You've been lying to yourself. You've been telling yourself that tomorrow will be better, that it'll be easier, that the perfect time will come and everything will fall into place. But I'm here to tell you, no. Tomorrow doesn't exist. Today is all you have. And guess what? You're wasting it. You've been wasting it by sitting back, waiting for things to happen. Waiting for that perfect moment when it's all supposed to click. Waiting for the stars to align, for the conditions to be just right. But while you're waiting, life is passing you by. Every second you delay, you're missing out on growth. You're missing out on the opportunities that are right in front of you. You've been conditioned to think that success comes in a wave of perfect timing. But let me tell you something, that's a lie. Success is built on decisions, on actions, on doing something, anything now. It's not waiting until everything is perfect. It's realizing that perfection never comes. But guess what? That moment doesn't exist. It's all a lie. You've been telling yourself that there's going to be a perfect moment, a time when everything clicks, when the stars align, when all the pieces fall into place. But I'm here to wake you up. No, that moment is a myth. It's never coming. Do you think the world cares about your excuses? Do you think anyone out there is waiting for you to get your act together? No, no one cares. The world is moving forward, whether you're ready or not. You can keep waiting for some magical opportunity, but the truth is, you're just delaying your success. You're waiting for something that doesn't exist. The only thing that matters is right now. Right now is all you have, and if you waste it, you'll look back and regret it. The world doesn't owe you anything. Your dreams aren't just going to fall into your lap. No one is going to hand you success. You have to go after it. You have to take action today. Right now. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for things to be perfect. Perfect doesn't exist. So why are you waiting? Stop telling yourself that tomorrow will be better. It won't. Tomorrow will only be better if you make it better today. It's time to get real. Time to get uncomfortable. Time to stop hiding behind excuses and start making things happen. Your comfort zone? It's a prison. And the worst part? You built it. You're the one who's been too afraid to step out. You're the one who's allowed fear, doubt, and excuses to rule your life. You're the one who's put yourself in this cage, and now you're complaining about being stuck. You're holding yourself back, and you know it. The world isn't holding you back. No one else is keeping you from your dreams. You are. And I'm done watching you waste your potential. I'm done watching you play small, watching you settle for less than you deserve. You are capable of so much more, but you need to see it. You need to realize that no one is coming to save you. No one is coming to fix it for you. The only person who can get you out of this situation is you. So stop sitting back, waiting for something to change. Nothing will change until you decide it's time to make a change. It's time to wake up. Life is moving, with or without you. It doesn't care whether you're ready or not. You can either get on board, take control of your life, and move toward your dreams, or you can stay stuck in the same place, stuck in your comfort zone, getting left behind. But this is your choice. You are the one who's in control. Don't blame anyone else for your lack of progress. Don't blame your parents, your friends, your situation, your background. You are the one stopping yourself. You are the one getting in your way. And until you take full responsibility for your life, nothing is going to change. So ask yourself, what's it going to take? How much longer are you going to waste? How many more years are you going to sit on the sidelines and watch others chase their dreams while you stay stuck? It's time to make the decision. It's time to take action. Stop waiting for someone else to show up and start being the one who shows up for yourself. Tell me something. When was the last time you truly fought for what you wanted? Not just a half-hearted effort, not some little I'll try attempt. But when was the last time you fought until your hands bled? Until your body screamed in pain? Until you had nothing left to give? When was the last time you pushed yourself beyond every limit, beyond every comfort, and gave everything you had, knowing that the only way to reach the next level was to give it all? You see, most people will never know what that feels like. Most people will sit around, complaining, wishing, waiting for things to magically get better. They'll make excuses, tell themselves they'll start tomorrow, they'll try next week. But the truth is, most people are cowards. They're too afraid of the hard work, the struggle, the pain. They want the rewards, but they don't want to pay the price. But you're not like most people, right? You tell yourself you're different. You tell yourself you want more. You tell yourself that you're ready to fight. But then you sit there. You sit there in the comfort of your excuses. You sit there telling yourself you'll try, but not doing anything. You convince yourself that just thinking about it is enough. But it's not. It's not enough. Thinking won't get you anywhere. Wanting more won't get you anywhere. Only action will. So I'm asking you, how much longer are you going to sit there like that? How many more days are you going to wake up, go through the motions, and convince yourself that someday things will change? How long are you going to keep telling yourself that it'll happen when it's the right time? There is no right time. There's only now. The only time you have is the time you're wasting today. The only chance you have is this very moment. So what are you waiting for? A miracle? A sign? A smooth path with no obstacles? Newsflash, there is no sign coming. There's no magic moment when everything will be perfect. This is it. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Your time to act is right now. If you don't act now, you will never act. If you keep waiting for conditions to be ideal, for your fear to go away, for the path to be easy, you will be waiting forever. It's time to step up. It's time to stop making excuses. It's time to stop playing small. This is your life. The question is, what are you going to do about it? What do you think is holding you back? Fear? Fear of failure? Guess what? Failure is part of the process. It's not the end of the road. It's just a pit stop on the way to greatness. It's the people who fail and get back up who win. Every single person you admire, every successful person you look up to has faced failure. They've failed hard. They've hit rock bottom, stumbled, and fallen flat on their faces. But here's the key. They didn't let that failure define them. They used it to fuel their comeback. They used it as the driving force to rise higher than they ever could have before. But you've been letting fear control you. You've been letting it dictate your actions, telling yourself that maybe you're not good enough, not ready enough, that you're too far behind. But guess what? Fear is a liar. It's a thief. It's been robbing you of your potential, of the opportunities that were always there for you, but you were too afraid to reach for them. You've been too comfortable in your excuses, too comfortable in the lie you've been telling yourself that you'll try tomorrow, or you'll get serious next week. Well, tomorrow isn't promised. There are people out there right now, putting in the work, taking risks, fighting through their fears, while you sit there doing nothing. You've been letting mediocrity control you, thinking it's enough to just go through the motions. But it's not. It's never going to be enough until you decide that you want more. Until you decide that you won't settle for being ordinary. You've been coasting, pretending that everything is fine, while deep down, you know it's not. You know you're not doing enough. You know you're not pushing hard enough. You're not fighting for your dreams like you should be. You're not waking up every day ready to give it your all. You're not making the hard decisions, the uncomfortable moves, the sacrifices that are required to achieve greatness. And I'm here to tell you, that needs to change, right now. I'm not here to coddle you. I'm not here to make you feel good about where you are. I'm here to wake you up, to shake you out of your comfort zone, to snap you out of this self-imposed prison you've been living in. The world doesn't care about your dreams. The world doesn't care about your pain, your problems, your excuses. It doesn't care about the setbacks you've faced or the obstacles you're up against. The world is moving forward, whether you're ready or not. The world won't wait for you. It will not wait for you to get it together. It won't pause its progress just because you need a little more time to figure things out. If you don't start moving with it, if you don't take charge of your life now, the world will keep moving on without you, and it will leave you behind. So ask yourself, do you want that? Do you want to look back one day and realize you could have done more? That you could have been more, but you let fear and excuses control your life? Or are you ready to stand up, take control, and finally start fighting for what you deserve? You've been giving yourself all these excuses for why you're not where you want to be. I don't have time. I'm too tired. It's too hard. Do you hear yourself? Those are just words. And honestly, I'm sick of hearing them. You've been using these excuses as a shield, thinking they'll protect you from the truth. But here's the reality. Those excuses don't protect you. They hold you back. They keep you stuck. And every time you use them, you're choosing to stay exactly where you are. They're nothing but a crutch. Do you think anyone who has ever accomplished anything great said those things? Do you think anyone who built something incredible, who changed the world, who became unstoppable, do you think they sat around saying, I'm too tired, it's too hard, I don't have time? No, they didn't. They got up, they fought, they worked through the pain, the fatigue, the doubts. They kept going when everyone else quit. They kept pushing when their bodies wanted to give up. They did the work when no one else would. And guess what? You can do it too. But only if you decide right now to stop hiding behind your excuses. Your excuses don't matter. The world doesn't care about your comfort zone, your struggles, your tiredness, your doubts. They're all a part of the journey. They don't define you. What defines you is what you do when those excuses come up. What you do when the world tells you to stop. When your mind tells you What are you going to do? Turning anger into action. You need to get angry. Seriously. You need to get furious at yourself. Get angry at the fact that you've been letting yourself down for years. Get angry at the fact that you've been wasting time, holding back your potential. Get angry at the fact that you've been too afraid, too comfortable and too complacent to put in the work. Get angry at the fact that you've allowed fear, doubt, and laziness to control your life. And I don't mean just a little frustration. I mean real anger, the kind that burns inside you, the kind that shakes you to your core and pushes you to do something about it. That kind of anger can fuel change. Channel that anger into something productive. Don't just sit there, wallowing in your frustration. Use that energy. Turn it into fire. Turn it into action. Turn it into progress. Use that anger to break through the walls you've built for yourself. Use it to push harder, to fight through the discomfort, to keep going even when every fiber of your being tells you to quit. I want you to be furious. Furious at your weakness. Furious at your lack of discipline. Furious at your complacency. You've been settling for less than what you're capable of. You've been sitting on your potential, letting it rot while you make excuses, while you blame your circumstances. And guess what? It's time to stop. Do you think this is just about motivation? Hell no. This is about will. This is about the strength you have inside you to push through when everything feels impossible. It's about what you will do in the face of fear. Will you keep sitting there, letting your dreams die slowly every single day? Or will you finally fight for what you truly deserve? Do you want to change? Then do something about it. You're not going to change by staying in the same place, doing the same thing, making the same excuses. Nothing's going to magically fall into your lap. You have to grab it. You have to fight for it. If you're tired of being stuck, then prove it. Show the world how hungry you are. Don't just talk about it. Do it. Take action right now. Don't wait for the perfect moment or for some fairy tale to come true. The only perfect moment is the one that exists right now. The only time you can make a change is the moment you decide to make it. So get angry enough to do something about it. You've been asleep for too long. Wake up. The clock is ticking. Every second you waste is a second you'll never get back. What are you going to do with it? Because the time for excuses is over. Think about your future. Think about it. Picture where you're going to be in 5 years, 10 years. Are you going to still be sitting in the same spot, stuck in the same place, making the same excuses? Or are you going to be someone who took control of their life, who pushed through every obstacle and turned their dreams into reality? What's your life going to look like if you keep going down this same path? If you keep letting fear win? If you keep telling yourself, I'll start tomorrow, only for tomorrow to never come? That's what's at stake here. Now, imagine your future self. Picture them sitting there, years from now, looking back on all the opportunities they missed, all the dreams they didn't chase. They'll be regretting every single moment they wasted, every time they let fear win, every time they thought, I'll start tomorrow. But guess what? Tomorrow never comes. It's always one day away. And if you keep waiting for the perfect time, you'll keep waiting forever. That's the harsh truth. The question you need to ask yourself right now is this: will you keep living in a world of what ifs? Or are you going to take control and create a future that's full of, I did it? A future where you look back and say, I fought for what I wanted, and I didn't let anything stop me. It's not about waiting for the perfect time, because that time doesn't exist. It's about the now. Right now. The time to act is now. The time to rise, to fight for what you deserve is now. It's now or never.
I'm known as spit vicious, release bombs and go tick tick. Boom, you blow me, that head missing. I'm a phenomenon, stacking cheese like it's Parmesan. 8 different flows, call me Octomom. I'm moving fast like the Autobahn, and I'm independent, so I'm not your fucking starving like it's Ramadan. Sick, twisted, gifted.
You can keep living in your comfort zone, stuck in the cycle of excuses and hesitation. Or you can decide to take control, to fight for your life, to to turn your dreams into reality. But understand this. If you don't decide to fight now, if you don't act on your dreams now, if you don't take that first step, you will regret it. Regret will follow you. It will haunt you. And when you look back on your life, you'll wish you had taken the chance when you had it. But regret won't change anything. Action will. This is your chance. This is your moment. Will you rise, or will you fall back into your old habits, your old excuses, and your old fears? Will you let anger and frustration push you forward, or will you let it hold you back? You have the power to change. Now use it. Your future self will thank you.